Do you ever get that feeling that you suck? You have absolutely no idea what you're doing and you are way out of your depth?
Well, I always feel like this trying to figure out what to do in my own career. There's always this pressure to know what you want to do and have things figured out, and I guess in a way to be perfect in what you're doing. For a long time, I didn't actually want to call myself a photographer because it was my kind of invisible safety net for if I ever messed up, if I ever ruined a shoot or just completely blew it. A way to soften the blow if imposter syndrome isn't real and I'm actually garbage at the job. My brother called me out on this and he was right. I was making up excuses to not take accountability and accept the fact that I'm trying to become a photographer. And thinking about it, it's a way of just avoiding failure because I was definitely afraid to fail and look stupid. I didn't want to look like I didn't know what I was doing. And this was because I was more concerned on how I looked as opposed to focusing on the real things, which was to focus on building my skills and my networks to build success. But what I did was avoid failure. Like looking back at the early stages of photography, I often spent a lot of time thinking about how I would go about doing things instead of actually just going for it and learning that way. You can study as much as you want, but once you go out there and start putting it into practice, it's a whole different ballgame, and I hadn't realized that until recently. So once I decided that I was a photographer, I started to fail often and fail fast. This is when I started seeing a lot more improvement in my work because I was willing to put myself out there a lot more, to really give things a go and to really learn from it, as opposed to shying away from even trying it all and theorizing about everything.
So I'm in my little spaceship here. So I genuinely think that I've been improving a lot since I've started practicing and being more consistent with posting reels, for example. I know for sure that since I've been doing that pretty much almost every day for the last 2 months or so, I've definitely improved. I've even gotten comments about that. But other things like talking to the camera and doing longer form kind of videos, there's a lot to practice still. With more practice, I'm sure that I'll get better. When was the last time I actually posted a YouTube video? But overall, if you want to get better at something, don't be afraid to give it a try, throw yourself out there and fail, because with more fails, you can just get better and better. There's no doubt about that. So just trust in the process and give it a shot. So just remember that successful people aren't successful because they were perfect from the start. They're successful because they practiced more and more until they got really good through learning from heaps and heaps of failures.